part of our partnership with United Way of Dane County, we're asking for your time tonight to help adults enhance their education through the Omega School. Greg joins us from our phone bank with more.
Education is something being promoted around the country. Of course, President Obama even telling all of us that we should get out there and take a few classes. Well, for some folks, it goes back a little farther than that. And Oscar Mireles, director of the Omega School, is here to talk about that group and how you can help them out. Basically, it's a GED program, and talk about how important that is still to a lot of people, Oscar.
Well, GED is a key access point to further education, whether it's apprenticeship or a technical school like MATC. So we try to help people get to that level.
You got to have at least that GED to get into those programs. Huh?
Right. It opens up a lot of doors.
So it sounds like volunteers would be doing a lot of tutoring. Would that be a good assumption?
Yeah, a lot of one-to-one tutoring. We know one-to-one is the best way to reach someone, and the volunteers help make that happen.
Do you look for people with special qualities, special skills, as far as having taught before, or would be somebody like me be all right too, having never taught before?
Well, I think an interest in learning, I think an interest in helping, those are the key things you look for. We can teach you how to do it.
All right. And as far as the subjects that you cover, the basics, reading, math type stuff?
Yeah, a lot of people struggle with math, so if we can kind of get to the basics, bring them up to the speed, and that makes a difference.
How much time would a typical volunteer be putting in for something like that?
Generally, once a week. The minimum is 2 hours, but a lot of volunteers do 4 hours a week.
All right. So that appealed to someone, obviously, with the phone ringing here. So, Oscar, we'll let you get back to the phone. Hopefully, yours will be ringing here any moment. And we'll continue to have our operators and the phone number up until 7 o'clock here tonight. The Omega School looking for volunteers, tutors, and they also have some other stuff around the office that needs to get done. So just because you're not particularly interested in teaching, they definitely have something for you to do, Diana.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Even with help with babysitting, they've got free childcare there as well. Just call the number on your screen there to help out the Omega School.
Let's get our call for volunteers going again. The United Way Agency Omega School Incorporated needs some of your time tonight. The United Way Agency is in our studios tonight, and Diana's there on how more you can help.
Greg, I am standing by what will be one of the great success stories coming out of Omega School. Lorraine Garrett is a student at the school and is taking part in the volunteer opportunities here today by giving back. And Lorraine, first tell me, why are you at Omega School?
Well, I needed to go back and get my GED. You know, it's been over 30 years that I dropped out of high school, and every time you would go to a graduation, you know, the shame was on your back and everything, and so I spotted Omega in a magazine, and my husband kept throwing the seed at me, and so I took the bite and called Oscar.
How long have you been at it now?
I started March the 30th, and I've completed 4 tests, 1 to go, and I graduate June 17th.
That's why she will be a success story coming out of Omega School in June, so we certainly wish you all the best with that. So a tutor, a volunteer is helping you out, right?
Several of them, and they have done tremendous jobs. That's the one reason I decided to go, because it's a one-on-one tutoring, and they don't try and push you faster than what you can go, you know, and they're just there for you, you know, and I love it.
So why should people pick up the phone and be a volunteer with Omega School?
Because it gives back. You know, I never thought that I could get what I'm getting from Omega School. You know, I have more of a self-confidence for myself. You know, I have more of a I can do this after going to Omega.
So pick up the phone, call now, and you can help out students just like Lorraine get their GED and get their life back and get that confidence as well. They're here till 7 o'clock tonight, Greg.